want to talk about hosting on PadSplit and the importance of making your tenants pay their overdue fees or their fees for damages. So when you get a new tenant, the tenant doesn't prepay anything. They might pay a move-in fee, which you get to choose from being $0 to usually around $100, maybe $120 or something like that. And then when they come in, they have an option of paying weekly or bi-weekly. I would say you choose for them to pay weekly, because if you choose for them to pay bi-weekly, you leave a gap of this 2 week time frame where their fees are collecting and they have an amount due, but they might not pay it because they can move out at any given point in time when they put a notice on that they want to leave. I don't know if PadSplit has any kind of repercussions to stop this from happening, because it has happened to me. And I have been left with tenants owing $200, $400, plus, because sometimes they have damaged the property. And then when you charge them for the damages, that adds on to their fees and they get mad. And then they won't pay the next week or something like that, and then they'll move out in 2 days, and you end up having them with a negative balance where they owe you, but they won't pay your money because they're already gone. So I don't know if there's a way to kind of stop this from happening or what PadSplit needs to do to fix this, but just as a landlord, as a host, it's something that you need to know, to keep to keep up on. Because, so say if someone falls a week behind, you want to immediately tell them like, hey, you're a week behind on your dues. And another thing is, like, even if you kind of like threaten them with kicking them out of the house, you have to give them 14 to 30 day notice to leave. So even if you have a notice for them to vacate, it's like they still get to be on your property with this continuing balance. Now the thing about PadSplit is that because they're in the middle and they have to get their fees from the tenants actually paying, or the members actually paying their rent, what they have as a safeguard for them is a tenant cannot owe more than carry a balance of more than $300 literally, or PadSplit will issue them a termination of membership where they have to leave the house. And that termination of membership is either 2 or 3 days. So some people catch on to this and they'll try to keep their balance right under $300, like literally $299 that they owe you, and until that next paying cycle of a week or 2 weeks. Again, I would keep it to 1 week if you could. If you have tenants that are going to pay on a bi-weekly schedule, you're just getting ready to be taken advantage of, because they can leave that balance once they leave your house. And there's no way to recoup it unless you're going to sue them. But then when you're dealing with certain members, they move so often, you don't know, like, okay, how can I sue this person? Where is this person going to be? Where are they moving to? The only thing that I've called customer service and heard from PadSplit customer service themselves to say, as a protection, is, hey, if this member tries to come back and book again with any other host, they have to pay what they owe before they can book. Well, people just move on to the next whatever, the next Airbnb, the next PadSplit, the next whatever they can get, because that's just how they live their life, flowing from place to place to place. So this is just a cautionary tale of keeping up with the amount due from each member, each tenant, and actually staying on them to try to get your payment, because from week to week you don't know if they're going to pay. From week to week you don't know if they're going to move out, leave you high and dry, and also leave the room and the house looking a mess, and then you have to come in and pay for cleaning. So you probably already lost that whole last week of pay that they might have put in. So Just a cautionary tale.